If you're a designer or a content creator and you're trying to choose a couple fonts that harmonize, I've got a crafty little trick for you, and it takes like 2 seconds. What you want to do is make sure your 2 fonts share a similar construction. And the way I do that is I look at the O's. In this first example, Euclid is geometric and has vertical stresses, while Garamond has handwritten qualities and angled stresses. If you're looking for harmony, this is not what you want. Instead, you'll want to choose 2 fonts that share similar stresses, shown here with Euclid and Dito.
How do you naturally convey your story's power system? By using a combination of these 3 tactics. Tactic 1, demonstrate the power system. Let's say your story has fire magic. If you show the hero, Kaya, pulling fire out of the air, we'll know she can make fire from nothing. And if you show the fire burning her fingers and she gets dangerously dehydrated the more she uses it, we'll start to learn the consequences of the magic, and so on. Tactic 2, use experts to explain the power system to novices. Even if the power system is public knowledge, there will always be different levels of expertise. So if Kaya is an expert, let her explain parts of the system to others, and if she's a novice, give her opportunities to learn the rules alongside the reader. Tactic 3, get your character to think about the power system by using prompts in your scenes. For example, if Kaya is about to face an enemy in a snowstorm and fire magic doesn't work in the cold, use the weather as a prompt to explain the rule. Kaya's hood flew back from her head in a snowy gale, and she cursed. It was stupid facing Thomas in this kind of weather. Fire magic didn't work right in the cold, but there was no turning back.
Things I wish I would have known before going pro. I make concept art for Epic, and I'm going to show you how to make dramatic lighting like these examples. Start off by using the selection tool to mask off areas where the light will hit. Once you've selected these areas, go and add a layer, set it as clipping mask, and paint in a solid white in the selected areas. Using the smudge tool, go through and soften some of the edges on the inside. Finally, select a soft airbrush. Choose your light color and set the mode to screen. Now just paint in a glow around the outside. If this helped, follow and let me know what you want next.
Alright, first tutorial here. So a lot of you guys have been asking me how to get all those different types of sounds on your whistle, and what are those transition types. There's 4 major transitions. The first one is just the pause. It's just like, right, you're just stopping. The second one is your natural break, as you go from the upper part of your register down to the lower part of your register, like. The third is when you take your lips and you adjust your domination, like an overbite, an underbite, but instead of with your teeth, it's with your lips. And the third is when you take your tongue from the bottom of your mouth to the roof of your mouth. I don't know why I can't talk right now. And that sounds like, when you stitch them all together, because they have best tones in certain regions of your range, it sounds like this.
Streamer tips. Do you ever have a problem with your VODs being muted? Like maybe you were playing copyright-free music. Maybe you even paid for a license. Or maybe just the in-game audio got your VOD muted. I'm gonna show you how to keep that audio out of your VOD so the whole VOD doesn't get muted. First, go to your sound menu. Then go to App Volume and Device Preferences. Find either your music player or your game audio, and then change where that audio is being sent. Just make sure it's still a device you can hear. In OBS, go to your Settings tab. Go to your audio menu. Set up where you're now sending your music or game audio as desktop audio to. Next, go to the Output tab. Make sure you've selected Output Mode Advanced. Next, check Twitch VOD track and select track 2. Click Apply. Next, right-click in your audio mixer and go to Advanced Audio Properties. Find Desktop Audio 2, and then unselect track 2. Your live stream plays from track 1, which has music and game audio. Your VOD saves track 2, which doesn't have either of those.
Here are 5 things you should keep on your desk at all times if you're a hard-working creator like me. Number 1 is a thick-ass book you've never read, used as an ergonomic stand for your monitor. And number 2 is your tablet pen. You always want to keep a close eye on it, or did it just disappear? Wait, hold. At number 3, a bottle of melatonin. At number 4, we have, oh my god, is that a fingernail? Oh, no, it's alright. It's just an abnormally long piece of dust. You always want to keep a paper towel on hand, but oh my god, is that the apple I had this morning? Use this opportunity to remember that you should always take a standing up breaks and take trash out like yourself regularly. At number 6, we have nail polish and eyeliner. I am having a full-blown gender crisis. At number 7, we got a Nintendo Switch. Resist the urges. Resist the urges. Resist. And finally, a spill-proof portable mug to drink plenty of water.
Hello everyone, today I wanted to share how I turn this into this. You're going to start by doing a floor plan. That is a flat shape that represents the shape of your room. On the floor plan, you add these boxes to represent furniture. And then, when you're happy with the shape, it's time to pull the flat image into perspective. Mine looked like this. When you pull it into perspective, it's time to build up the furniture and the walls of your room. Still making sure that I keep that original shape I created. Walls help as a guide for the furniture later on. I usually separate the layers of the different furnitures by using different colors, that's just easier on the eye. This whole sketching process took me approximately 10 minutes, but it would take me significantly longer had I not used this technique. I'm not a fan of gatekeeping techniques, so I'm glad if this helps.
I'm going to teach you 3 post-processing effects to make your artwork look 10 times better. Let's go. First off, chromatic aberration. Duplicate your entire canvas onto one layer. Press Shift, Ctrl, Alt, E at the same time to do so. Double-click the layer. Now uncheck R. Use the arrows to shift your canvas over a couple times to the left or the right, without and with chromatic aberration. Number 2, high pass. So duplicate the entire thing again and set this layer to overlay. Now you're going to go to Filter, Other, and High Pass. Keep the radius below 4 pixels. Without, with. It sharpens your image and makes colors look better. Number 3, noise. As usual, duplicate everything. Go to Filter, Noise, and Add Noise. Adjust the number as you like, and you're done.
Okay, so I'll explain this one because if you ever have a long writing project, this program can be the best and the worst thing that you ever install. It's called Cold Turkey Writer, and basically, you cannot exit the program and it locks your entire computer until you've written enough words. Trust me, there are no cheats, no shortcuts. If you say that you're gonna write 500 words, you're gonna write 500 words. You can't exit the program. This is what it looks like. It's completely blank except for like this little progress bar at the top and what you're writing. And as you write more words, the progress bar creeps forward. You can't even copy and paste. You can't do anything but write.
Drawing tips from a professional comic book artist. Do you struggle with drawing side profiles? I definitely used to. It helps to understand what's going on underneath the skin. A ton of our skull is devoted to just holding our giant brains. And from this angle, our faces are squished up to the front. You can simplify the skull with a shape like this. This shape is the only part that actually has face. Really big eye sockets that hold our eyes like this, and our eyelids lay over it, kind of like that. The bridge of our noses pretty much start off the same, but the tip will look super different from person to person. And the base of our nose is about halfway between the top and the bottom of our face. Our eyes are roughly in the top quarter, our mouths are roughly in the bottom quarter. Our teeth make a surprisingly spherical shape, and our lips are stretched on top of them. So our lips can be a lot of different shapes too. I'm out of time, I hope this helped.
I've merged my sketch and line art layers. Whatever shall I do other than merge onto a white layer, then go to edit, then tonal correction, then brightness and contrast. Raise them until it's pure black and white, then convert brightness to opacity.
Well, I will not be blackmailed by some ineffectual, privileged, effete, soft-penis debutante. You want to start a street fight with me, bring it on, but you're going to be surprised by how ugly it gets. You don't even know my real name. I'm the Lizard King.
You don't need to tell us your character's hair color, or their eye color, or the shape of their nose, or cheekbones, or any feature in particular, unless that feature tells us something about their personality, their background, or the world they inhabit. Because readers are really good at filling in mundane physical details like hair color and eye color. So focus less on predictable visual details and more on unexpected details that reveal the character's personality. Details like their homemade earrings, the scar that splits their left eyebrow, the smell of chlorine in their hair, or the guitar string calluses on their fingertips.
This is one of the best applications that you should have as a digital artist, and it's called PureRef. It's like a one board where you can gather all your references and organize them however you want. The best part is that it supports all the platforms and it's totally free.
Shading so tutorial. It's really sad because you're shading wrong. You're definitely shading wrong, and I know it for a fact, but it's not so sad because I'm going to teach you how to fix it. So here's our drawing with the flat colors. That's Twig. He's really trucking along. Look at him go. Wowee. And this is how you're shading. I know this is how you're shading. You absolute clown. You look for areas like folds and the underside of things, and you put a little bit of shadow there because you think that's where shadow goes, but you're wrong. You're so wrong. Let's take a look at this. Wow, this is so much nicer. Why is this nicer? Because I'm applying the 70-30 rule. The 70-30 rule states that either 70% of your drawing should be shaded and 30% not shaded, or 30% shaded and 70% not shaded. Shadows don't come in these neat, tiny little clusters around objects. They're large and strange-looking shape. Not to mention, you should try to make your shadow language fit the shape language of the drawing that you're working on. In this way, you can use shadow to push visual interest. Let's see, there's so much more shadow down here because I want the reader to be focusing on the face. Hope that helps.